Firstly, as a question, I will give you this. What is a graph? What is a graph? What is a graph? What is a graph? So, what is your answer? Everyone, give me your answer by your words. I don't need any proper definition. Give me your answers, please. Yes. A graphical representation of some data is a graph. Drawing straight lines or curved lines on a square plane. Yes. Combination of x and y axis. Yes, please. Keep answering. Keep answering. Keep answering. What about others? Please answer. What is a graph? Yes. So far I have 3 answers. Yes. Another one. A graph is a graphical representation that shows how quantities vary in two axes. Graph represents two or more combinations between two axes. A graph is graphical representation of two unconsonant with proportions. A diagram showing relationship between variables presented along axis. All are good answers. All includes what I need. So I am going to give you a fair answer. This is what. When I write this down, y equals fx, f bracket x. This means that this is not like in O-level statistics we write down fx. That means that frequency into the data. fx, that column, fx product. Here it is not that because of this bracket. This means that the meaning of this in language is y is a function of x. Function of x. Y is a function of x. Y equals fx means that y is a function of x. Y is a function of x. So, what does that mean? Let's get used to this particular notation by some of the examples. So, I will give you some of the examples. First one, y equals x plus 1. Isn't y a function of x? Isn't y a function of x? Yes, y is a function of x because y is in terms of x. So y is a function of x. Yes, y is a function of x. Then y equals x squared plus 3x plus 4. Is y a function of x? Yes, y is a function of x. Y is in terms of x as the variable. Both x and y are variables. Both x and y are variables. You will know that soon. I mean, you will understand better it soon when I talk about the input and output. And what about this? Y equals square root of x. Yes, it is a function of x. Y is in terms of x. What about this? Y equals sin x. Y equals sin x. Yes, it is a function of x. Y equals sin x. Y is in terms of x. Right. Then my question is, if these all are functions of x, what decides the uniqueness of each of the functions? This is unique than this. This is unique to that. So y equals x squared plus 3x plus 4 is y equals x squared plus 3x plus 4. It cannot be equal to anything else. So that is unique. When I consider y equals root x, that is unique in that own way. Y equals sin x is unique. What made that? What makes that? It is about this. When we consider the input and output. Input and output. So give me your answer on what is the input variable between x and y? What is the output variable between x and y? What is the input variable between x and y? Send me I and O. Send me I and O. What is the input variable? What is the output variable? Good. Keep answering. Everyone, keep answering. Yes. Yes. Input variable is x. Yes, well done. Input variable is x and the output variable is y. So let's get this better. Let's understand this better. Why the input is x, meanwhile the output is y? Yes, this is the reason. You go and input the values for x according to the operations of the x, according to the function in particular. That is what we call the function that decides that uniqueness of the functions. So let's say you input the value for x. So let's say here you input something for x and it should be added to 1 to give the value of y. Here you are giving the input to x. It is squared, then it is added to 3 into the same input, then added to plus, then only it is giving the value of y. Then you input a value for x, you square root it and giving the value of y. You input x value for x and y will have the sign value of y. Y will have the sign value of y. Got it? So that is what decides the uniqueness of the function. That is what we call a function. In this function, the pattern is y will have x plus 1. When we input for x, it is the input plus 1. Here input squared plus 3 into input plus 4. Here square root of the input. Here sign value of the input. So you got now how these things are changing, how the uniqueness decides between these functions, since input is x and output is y. Right. I will give a note today, a very well ordered note after this teaching in this step. Then, so you input the values for x and y will have the according value. Y will have the values accordingly as the function. Right, you know that. Then another question. We can call these two variables, one as independent variable and the other as the dependent variable. So between x and y, give me what is independent, what is dependent. What is independent, what is? So can we tell that x is a function of y? Yes, you can. X is a function of y, you can. But normally in this stage, we are not doing that. We only take y as function of x because we are plotting the graphs against x. Plotting the graphs of y against x. We are plotting these graphs only. We are not plotting these graphs. If we plot these graphs, this is x is function of y. In this stage, we are not doing that. So we are only doing y is a function of x type functions. In this way, I can make you understand better. Y is dependent on x. X independent. Yes. So to plot the graph, actually the main question is what is a graph? Graph is, so when we are given the function y equals fx, y is a function of x. The graph is simply the diagram which gives you the relationship between x and y. The graph is for a function the relationship between the input variable and the output variable. The graphical representation or the diagram. That is the graph. Again, what is a graph? Graph is the diagram which gives you the relationship between input variable and the output variable of a function. Or the locus, diagram of the locus between the input variable and the output variable of a function. That is why I told you that all the answers are great. In all those answers, you include that part, the relationship between the variables. So yeah, I will give everything in the note. For now, yes, you gave me the answer that independent variable is x and the dependent variable is y. Actually, to draw a graph or plot a graph, we are giving values for x, and according to that x values, y will be drawn. Y will be drawn. So you think like, so we are giving the values for x name. So x is also dependent of our values. X is also dependent on our values. We are giving the values for x name. Anyway, y is independent. That is no doubt. Y is dependent because y having its values according to x. Y is having its values according to x. So no doubt, no arguments, y is dependent. Y is dependent on x. Then what about x? We are giving the values for x as well. So x is also dependent. No, it is independent. Because it is not a must to give values from must to x to plot y. Whether we are giving the values for x or not, x will have its own values from minus infinity to plus infinity of the x-axis. Minus infinity, for the minus side, the end is minus infinity. For the plus side, the end is plus infinity. From the minus infinity to plus infinity, x will have, or x is having its own values. So we don't need to give the values for x. But why we are giving the values for x? We are giving the values for x for our use, to us to draw the graph. To us to draw the graphs, we are giving the values for x. Otherwise, it doesn't need any values. X has got the values from minus infinity to plus infinity as the input. You give the function, it will plot. So let's consider a simulator, graph simulator. So do I need to give the values? No, you give the function, it will plot. So I didn't give any values for x, so x is independent. So then why we input? We input for our use. We have to draw manually. That is why. Got it? Right. So x is independent and y is dependent. X is independent and y is dependent. So that is the introduction to the graphs. What is a graph? The relationship between variables. What are those variables? What are the differences of those variables? What are the terms we indicated those variables? Likewise. Still we have to discuss more. For now, that's it. And write down this question. What is a graph? Now I am going to give you the note, the ordered note for the first stage. What is a graph? Capital Q. It is like a topic, subtopic, but it is in the mode of question. What is a graph? Right. Write down the note. Start writing down the note. Start writing down the note. A graph is the diagram. A graph is the diagram. A graph is the diagram. A graph is the diagram which represents the relationship between variables of the respective function. 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 Right. Then that is the first point. We will write down this as points. That is the first point. Then write these down. Y equals fx, y equals fx, y equals fx. As the second point, write down y equals fx. And by applying this curly bracket, write down the knot, continue with the knot. This represents that y is a function of x. This represents that y is a function of x. This represents that y is a function of x. This represents that y is a function of x. Y is a function of x. This represents that y is a function of x. Y is a function of x. As we observe, continue for the same point. As we observe, it has got two variables. It has got two variables. As we observe, it has got two variables. Which are x and y. Which are x and y. We mention below, for the same point, we mention below some of the examples for functions. We mention below some of the examples for functions. Some of the examples for functions. Write down the examples. For the same point, write down the example. In public chat, make it public your question or your answer, or you can send me your answer to WhatsApp as well. In any way. Write down the examples. So today we are going to cover very important area in very simple method. You will know by the end of the class. Right? Done. All the examples done. Right. Next point, a new bullet point. Write down. Start writing down. As we mentioned above, the relationship between x and y, as we mentioned above, the relationship between x and y, the relationship between x and y, the relationship between x and y the relationship between x and y depends on the nature of the function depends on the nature of the function. The relationship between x and y depends on the nature of the function. Depends on the nature of the function. The nature of the function. It means that once it is this, it is unique in that own way. When it is this, it is unique in that own way. We will further discuss soon about that. Right. So the next point. We give our values. We give our values for x as the input. We give our values for x as the input. And the function will have again, we give our values as the input and function will have its value, and the function will have its value as the output for y. The function will have its values as the output for y. Due to this, for the same point, due to this, we call x as the independent variable, and due to this we call x as the independent variable and y as the dependent variable. Due to this we call x as the independent variable and y as the dependent variable. Due to this we call x as the independent variable and y as the dependent variable. So all done. What I have described here, it is way better than on your note. That is how we learn. The note is very important because in here you are live learning. Yes, it may be at the class, physical class, or in the online class, but that is live learning. As the human nature, we will forget. But once you look at the note, once you go through the note, all the things we have learned is in points form. So you can easily read and get it reminded time by time. That is why we need to keep a clean note. Got it? Right. Write down the next subtopic. Nature of the functions. 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 Right. Now listen. Keep your pens apart and listen to me, please. We know that this is the function representation, the general representation of the function. Y equals fx. Generally, y is a function of x. The general representation of a function. General representation. General representation means that no any special cases. representation. General representation. Right. Everyone should answer. I will consider y equals ax plus b. Y equals ax plus b, also known as, so if I give you another mode of this, you will recognize this well. We can give you this as mx plus c mod. In that mode as well, y equals mx plus c. So my question is y equals x also a function? Yes, indeed. So that is why I am doing here. You can get it cleared more, because once b is 0 and a is 1, y equals x. It is a function. Got it? No matter if y is in terms of x in any mode, it is a function of x. So is that function a first degree function? You are asking me the question that I am going to answer for. Right. So, yes. What is the degree of this? What is the degree of this? You already know the answer for that. What is the degree of this? Function is also known as expressions. Function is same as expressions. What is the degree of this? Yes. The degree is 1. Degree is defined as the highest power of x in the expression. So highest power of x and the only power of x is 1. So the degree of this is 1. Degree is 1. Degree is 1. And as you observe, don't you know the nature of the graph, or the nature of the graph means that the shape of the graph which gives you by y equals mx plus c over y equals ax plus b, both are same. It is the change of the letters only. So you reminded this from O levels to get that, to keep reminding that m is the gradient and c is the intersection. It is as same as y equals x plus b. So what is the shape? What is the shape of this particular function? It is a straight line. It is a straight line. So it is a straight line. It is a straight line. Straight line. For now, I will just go there. We will then go deep into the straight lines in the next subtopic. Right, wait. Then what about this? So this is the first thing I have introduced you. What about this? Y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. What is the degree of this? What is the degree of y equals ax squared plus bx plus c? The degree is 2. Even if there are 2 x's, the highest power of x is considered as the degree. Highest power of x is 2. Yes, it is second degree. Well done. It is second degree. The degree is 2. The degree is 2. Wait, I am going to ask you that what is the shape of the function. Please wait until I ask. I will give you the third one. Ax cube plus bx squared plus cx plus d. What is the degree? Even if there are 3 x's, the highest power does matter for the degree, and the highest power is 3. So the degree is 3. Degree is 3. Likewise, I can continue. I am stopping by here. Right. This is to represent. Yeah. So when the degree is 1, it is a straight line. When the degree is 1, it is a straight line. The converse is also possible. It is to be a straight line. The relationship should be y equals x plus b or y equals mx plus a. Means that the relationship should be in the mode of degree 1. Again. If the expression of function's degree is 1, the shape of the locus or the graph is a straight line. The converse, if the shape of the graph or the locus is a straight line, the expression or the function should be in the mode of degree 1. What is the conclusion? When the degree is 2, when the degree is 3, when the degree is 4, when the degree is 5, or in simple, when the degree is greater than 1. A simple answer. I need a simple answer. When the degree is 1, it is a straight line. And to be a straight line, the degree should be 1. My question is a simple answer. When the degree is greater than 1, when a degree is greater than 1, well done. That is what I am hoping. It is not a straight line. The simplest answer. It is not a straight line. If the degree is 1, it is a straight line. If the degree is greater than 1 or if the degree is not 1. Degree is always positive numbers from 1 to up. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if the degree is not 1 or if the degree is greater than 1, it is not a straight line. So these are not straight lines further. Not straight lines, and that's for sure. Right, then if the locus is not a straight line, what can it be in one word? In one word. Yes, keep answering. To be particular, it is curve. It is curve. It is curve. Parabola and yeah. We will one by one define the specific names for the degrees, but in a common term, it is curve. It is curve. So not straight lines means that everyone are curves. Curves. So that's how the degree of the function or the expression decides the nature of the graph, or nature of the function decides the graph. Again, if the degree is 1, the locus or the diagram is a straight line. If degree is not 1 or greater than 1, it is not straight line, means that it is curve. It is for sure everything is curves. Got it clearly? Got it clearly? Right. So you have to write down this chart and write down your own note. So if the teacher, so say, let's say I'm a student as a participant. So teacher taught me that. So I think, yes, I need to write down this chart. Then I will grab all the important points that teacher has taught. So how to write down this note? Yes. If the degree is 1, the shape of the graph is straight lines. The converse is the same. To be a straight line, the degree should be 1. Then, if the degree is greater than 1, the shape is certainly not a straight line. It means that it should be curves. That's it. Got it? Write down the chart and write down your own note at the end of the chart. Start. Done. Right. So let's continue. So that is the nature of the function or the nature of the graph depending on the function, or how the nature of the functions decides the graph or the shape of the graph. Done. Then write down drawing and sketching. Drawing and sketching. The subtopic, drawing and sketching. 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 Now it is your turn. Now it is your turn to give me your answers. What is simply, just simply by your words, what is the difference between drawing and sketching? Everyone. Yes, keep answering. And at the meantime, yes. So curves are about two types for your knowledge. One is parabola and the other one is hyperbola. Normally parabola will be given by a quadratic. Y equals x squared plus bx plus c. Then normally simply other ones are hyperbola. Parabola is given by the quadratic, y equals x squared plus bx plus c. So curves can be divided into two parts. Basically, we will have some more categories in the future, but all are not included in the A-level syllabus. So basically, it is parabola and hyperbola, the curves, right? For your knowledge, for now, right? So keep answer. So if the degree of the function is less than 1, less than 1 means degree can be 0, yes, degree can be 0. So it means that y equals x to the power 0, there is no x. So y equals, let's say y equals mx plus c when m gets 0. So I will discuss this about in the next subtopic. So it is y equals is still a straight line. So it is a sub-mode of this y equals mx plus c mode. But degree cannot be negative. Degree must be positive. It is starting from 0. It is from 1 basically, but it can be 0 as well. It is a sub-part of this state. Got it? It cannot be negative anyway. The degree cannot be negative. Yeah. Now, give me your answers on the what is the difference between drawing and sketching? Right. Scatter marking for a drawing. Drawing is finite or complete, while sketching is incomplete. When drawing, measurements are considered. Yes, keep answering. We have all the good answers here. Everything included the important points. Yeah. Everyone should answer. Give your answer. Give your opinion. Then we can have the good and bad points on your opinion. Then you can get it corrected. You can have the extra points likewise. For sketching a scale is essential. Drawing displaying a graphical representation using a scale and measurements. Yes, good. So graphs are about the way we can represent a graph is about two. It is two ways. One is drawing, the other one is sketching. In drawing, we need to have our own scale accordingly, and we are giving our x values to have the y values. Exactly, and according to our scale or the given scale, we are plotting it or we draw it. In particular, we draw it on a graph sheet. To make sure that the scale is proper. So we draw it on the graph sheet. But in sketching, we do not either use this table or a graph sheet. What we all need is any paper. On any paper we can sketch. But you need to make sure that in sketching, yes, we just make a sketch of the graph, but you should make sure that all the important data should be included in this particular graph. You should make sure. In a sketch, you should make sure that all the important data should be included there. But in a drawing, yes, there is also the important data, but for a drawing, we need the table, we need a scale, we need the graph sheet and everything. We are up to the point. But here it is not. We are only extracting the important data out of the graph, out of the function. Then we make the diagram. Then we make this a sketch, and that is sketching. Got it? Right. Write down the note, not the chart. Write down the note. Start. The first point. In drawing, we put the values for x. We put the values for x. In drawing, we put the values for x. We put the values for x to have the respective values of y. In drawing, we put values for x to have the respective values of y. To have the respective values for y. To have the respective values for y. To have the respective values for y by using a table, by using a table, by using a table, and then by using a table, and then by using a proper scale, 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 we will represent the exact diagram on a graph sheet. We will represent the exact diagram on a graph sheet. We will represent the exact diagram on a graph sheet. We will represent the exact diagram on a graph sheet. On a graph sheet. We will represent the exact diagram on a graph sheet. On a graph sheet. Right. The next point. This is about sketching. The next point. In sketching, we will extract all the important data regarding to the function. In sketching, we will extract all the important data regarding to the function. All the important data regarding to the function. All the important data regarding to the function, and by using those we will represent the rough diagram. 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 So I am going to give you a good news. What can be the good news? Can you guess? Not is over for that part. What can be the good news? After this part, I am going to give you a good news. What can be the good news? Up to O level, what we had done? Up to O level, what we had done? It is all about drawing. For all the graphs, no matter what, we used a graph sheet. Yes, Drew. We used a graph sheet for all the graphs, no matter of the function. But from now onwards, we never use a graph sheet. Yes, that's what. Isn't that a good news? We never use a graph sheet. We thoroughly depend on the data to make sketches only. To make sketches only. We only sketch in advanced level. We never draw. We never draw anything. We do sketches only. We do sketching only. Got it? So what can be or what should be the next subtopic? Sketching graphs. That's why what you all need is, you don't need any single graph sheet. You do need a single rule book. You should not have that square ruled book. Because in the A level, since we are doing sketching, so we need to get used to. We need to have our practice on single rule books. If you have the double rule or the square rule, try to do this lesson at least with the CR papers. So then you can get it stick with the book, and then you can continue with your book after this lesson. So it is better. If you cannot find now, try to find some of the single rule CRs. If you cannot, no matter, you keep doing it on your own book, and later you can make it to single rule CR papers. If you have a square rule, and I told you at the beginning, you should have a single rule book. So we are always doing single rule, doing our work on single rule book until our A level. Right. So write down the subtopic: sketching graphs. Sketching graphs. Sketching graphs. Sketching graphs. So Morato factorials overtook the first two, ne? For two levels, ne? Yesterday it was the third level. For two levels, the first level, who was first? Who was first for the first level? Pirates. The second level, Pythons. For the third level, factorials. So the game is on, because the different three teams are respectively the first teams of the three levels. So still, if you are in the lower level, like 4th, 5th, 6th place, you can have the lead by having your enthusiasm on the game. You should have your enthusiasm. You need to improve your common sense on mathematics. Those are not the hard questions at all. You need to think simple. You don't need to think complex. You don't need to think in the level still we haven't learned. You need to think simple from what we have learned up to now. That's it. Right? So sketching graph. Right. Under that, write down the subtopic: sketching straight lines. 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 Sketching graphs, then sketching straight lines. Sketching straight lines. Sketching straight lines. Sketching straight lines. Done. So keep on listening. Keep listening to me. Right. So what is the standard mode of a straight line? It is y equals mx plus c o ax plus b. So this is the standard mode. Standard mode. Standard mode. Right. M stands for. Yes. M stands for. Yes. It is for the gradient. We will one by one describe. It is for the gradient. It is for the gradient. C stands for the intercept. It is for the intercept. Intercept. Yes. It is for the intercept. What is the meaning of the gradient and what is the meaning of the intercept? This is simpler than this. So I will give you first this. When we draw or sketch a straight line, when we plot a straight line, yes, intercept is the cutting point of y-axis. The cutting point of y-axis. Cutting point of y-axis is called to be the intercept of the respective straight line. What about the gradient? Gradient is something advanced here. Gradient is this. Once you draw a straight line in the coordinate plane, which includes, this is the origin, the cutting point of the main axis. Yes. We should measure the angle with reference to the positive side of x-axis, positive direction of x-axis. This is about measuring the angle with respect to the negative side of x-axis. I need to measure the angle with respect to the positive side of x-axis. So when we measure the angle from the positive side of x-axis, and let's say it is theta, this gradient is identified as the trigonometric tan value of the theta. Tan value of theta. Theta is the angle straight line makes with the positive side of x-axis. Got it? So m equals tan theta. Theta is again the angle straight line making with the positive side of x-axis. Right. Then we have two types of m's or gradients. One is when the shape of the straight lines are in this one, in this way, this way, this way. If you observe all the angles, it is made with positive side of x-axis are acute. These are acute angles, and we will learn in trigonometry that for acute angles tan theta is positive. So in this types of straight lines which are inclined by an acute angle, m is positive. M is positive. When it is obtuse angle, when it is obtuse angle, obtuse, when it is obtuse angle, m is negative. M is negative. When it is obtuse angle, m is negative. Because of when theta is obtuse, tan theta is negative. When theta is obtuse, tan theta is negative. That is what the reason is. Got it? So this is the basic data of a straight line, and you need to write down this chart or the note. Write this down, please. Then I will give you the further note on the straight lines. Write this down, please. Done. So let's continue. I have a question for you. So we are going to sketch straight line, and I have a question for you. The question is how many points we need in minimum to draw or sketch a straight line? How many points we need in minimum to draw or sketch a straight line? Give your own opinion. Give your own answer. Again the question, how many points we need in minimum? How many points we need in minimum to draw or sketch a straight line? We have more answers on 2. Yes. Sequence of 2s. Yes. Keep on answering, everyone. The majority, not the majority, almost everyone is given 2. What about 1? Is it not the 1? Is it not 1? Yes, it is not 1. Because when it is 1 point, how many straight lines we can draw through this 1 point? When it is 1 point, how many straight lines we can draw or sketch through this 1 point? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can take all my lifetime to draw the straight lines through this point. Means that it is infinite. We cannot count, it is infinite. So we cannot have an unique straight lines through one particular point. If it is 1 and we know intercept, then if it is 1 and we know intercept, we can go. Intercept is also 1 point. Again, it comes back to 2. You mean that? You mean that if we know 1 point and the intercept, we can draw it. So If we know 1 and the intercept is another one, so it is already 2. So the thing is, the conclusion is, through one point we cannot draw or sketch a unique straight line. There are many, infinitely many straight lines. So to draw or sketch a unique straight line, we need in minimum 2 points. Yes, it is unique. Got it? Right. Write down the note. Write down the note. Write down the note. Since through one single point, since through one single point, since through one single point, through one single point, we since through one single point we cannot sketch a unique straight line. Since through one single point we cannot sketch a unique straight line, a unique straight line, a unique straight line, a unique straight line. In minimum we need, 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 in minimum we need 2 points, 2 points, 2 points. In minimum we need 2 points to sketch a particular straight line, 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 to sketch a particular straight line. If audio is not clear, you can inform me, then I can have some other options. If audio is clear, it is okay. If it is clear, it is okay, right? Done. Right. Now it is the time for sketching the straight lines by examples. Now listen to me well. Listen to me well and answer once I ask you questions. The first example we are going to do. Y equals x plus 1. So we are going to sketch this. It is all about sketching. It is all about sketching. So we sketch a coordinate plane with the origin, and for how many points we are searching for? To sketch this straight line, for how many points we are searching for? Yes? For how many points we are searching for to make this sketch? To sketch this? Yes, we are searching for 2 points. Can you have your opinion? Give me your opinion on those 2 points. How to choose those 2 points? How to choose those 2 points? What is your opinion? Intercept is 1. Intercept is 1. What is it? Intercept is 1 for sure. That is his argument. When y equals 0 and x equals 0, one is saying when y equals 0 and x equals 0. Yeah, let's see. Select a positive digit and a negative digit and substitute. Substitute a value for x. Assume values for x when x equals 0. Right, this is the case. Yeah, anyway you can choose 2 coordinates. A coordinate means that the couple of values for x and y. Coordinate is the couple of values for x and y respectively, for x and y in order. Right. So let's say I can give 1 for x, then y is 2, one coordinate. I can give 3 for x and y is 4, another coordinate. Yes, I can give any 2 values for x to have the respective values for y. I can give any 2 values for x to have the respective values for y. Then I can sketch. Yes, then I can sketch. Right. But we are doing some trick. It is like that one stone two birds කියලා අපි කියන්නේ එක ගලින් කුරුල්ල දෙන්නයි කියන්නේ. අන්න ඒ වගේ වැඩක් මේ කරන්නේ. This is the thing. Listen well. I am going through this x-axis. Then you have to answer me for my question. I am going through this x-axis without shifting to either ways. I am on the track of x-axis. X-axis කියලා track එකේ මම ඉන්නේ. From there to there I am going. What is the value of y? Weather is not good. What is the value of y? What is the value of y? I am going through x-axis. I am going through x-axis. What is the value of y? What is the value of y? What is the value of y? Keep answering. What is the value of y? What is the value of y? What is the value of y? Value of y is 0. No matter the place I am in the axis of x, the value of y is 0. So, such the way we are naming the x-axis as the horizontal axis by the language, the mathematical name for x-axis is y equals 0. Because anywhere on the x-axis, y is 0. Because in the anywhere of the x-axis, y is 0. The same way, when I go through the axis of y, what is the value of x? What is the value of x? I am going through y-axis. What is the value of x? 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 It is 0. So as the same way I am naming y-axis as the vertical axis, the mathematical name for y-axis is x equals 0. X equals 0. Got it? We are utilizing these mathematical names to find out those two coordinates, those 2 points, and at the same time we are representing the important data as well. The important data for any graph is the cutting point of x-axis and y-axis. We need to represent for any graph the cutting point of x-axis and y-axis, and at the same time we are utilizing those 2 points as to sketch the straight line. Keep listening. So we are going to find out those values. We are going to find out the cutting point of y-axis. You have to follow these steps, proper steps. When you sketch, you have to follow all the steps I am stating here to find out the cutting point of y-axis. To find out the cutting point of y-axis, it is to substitute that x equals 0. X equals 0 gives you y equals 1. You just found that the cutting point of y-axis. Then what about the cutting point of x-axis? You have to substitute the mathematical name for that. Oh, y equals 0. Y equals 0 means that x plus 1 equals 0 means that x equals minus 1. So what is the cutting point of y-axis? It is 1. And what is the cutting point of x-axis? It is minus 1. Now you need to make this sketch. How to do that? Anyway, you are doing a rough diagram. Yeah, that is true. But you need to be fair. You don't need to have a proper scale or any scale, but you need to be fair on this graph. This is how it is being done. Listen well. X equals minus 1, y equals plus 1. Anyway, according to the space we have, we are defining ourselves on our single rule book. How much is 1 unit? How much is 1 unit? In this graph, I will decide on this board as for the space I have. Yes, I will take 1 unit for both the axes as this much. Then what about x equals minus 1? By your mind, you are not measuring by your rule. Never do that. Don't ever measure. We are estimating things. We are estimating things for sketching. So minus 1. Yeah, it is like this. Minus 1. Then what about y plus 1? The same thing. We are not measuring. By mind we are measuring or estimating. Yeah, it is plus 1, minus 1. Get those joined. Plus 1, minus 1. Name the graph. y equals x plus 1. Name the graph. Got it? That's it. On your square rule book, what you are doing is here done. 1 plus 1, this much I will take. This much I will take. And it is minus 1 plus 1. Now name. You need to name everything. X-axis, y-axis, origin, 13 points, y equals x plus 1. In further graphs, you don't need to name y equals 0 and x equals 0. For now, I am naming this for our particular example. For this example only, I need to give you the idea that the mathematical names for x and y axis are respectively y equals 0 and x equals 0. Further, you don't need to mention these two, but every other data. Got it? Sketch these, then I will give you the other questions to you to sketch. If you have any question, any single question, please just ask from me. Start. I will give you the other question here. Keep doing. Keep doing. Third question, fourth question, fifth question. Let's say last. Yes. Keep doing, and once you do, if you can send me your simplifications and the graph, the sketching of yours to my WhatsApp, that is better. Then I can individually check you and use all the proper steps. You cannot skip these. You have to write down the question, make the data set, make the particular data set, then the graph. Keep on doing. Start doing. You can have your answers checked. Let's start. Second question. Please check your answers. Y equals x minus 2. Now it is the time for the data set. To find out the cutting point of x-axis, you need to apply x equals 0. Since the mathematical name for x-axis, y-axis is x equals 0. Apply x equals 0, then y equals minus 2. To find out the cutting point of x-axis, apply y equals 0. Then it is x minus 2 is 0, x is 2. Now it is the time for the sketching part. Sketch the coordinate plane with the origin and make sure that x is 2, y is minus 2. X is 2, y is minus 2. Then let's think that according to your space you have in your single rule book, according to your coordinate plane space. Let's say that 1 is this much, so this is 2. Let's say that 1 is this much, so this is 2. Do not cut the values while you are sketching the graph. Do not cut the values. So this is minus 2, this is plus 2. Make those connected. Plus 2, minus 2. Name the graph y equals x minus 2. That's it for the second question. Next step. And one thing is very important. For the data set and everything, yes, as usual you can use pen. But when you have your approach to the coordinate plane, never use the pen for everything. For the naming of the graphs, for the sketching of the coordinate plane, for the sketching of the graph in particular, for the naming even, you cannot use pen. Everything should be done by using the pencil. By using the pencil only. Got it? By using the pencil only. Third question. Y equals 2x plus 1. Cutting point of y-axis, cutting point of x-axis. To have cutting point of y-axis, x equals 0, y equals 1. To have the cutting point of x-axis, y equals 0, 2x plus 1, 0, x equals minus half. Make that the subject. X equals minus half. We have learned those things previously. Right. Then the graph. Y-axis, x-axis. Now you need to have that unit idea. What is my unit? According to the values I have, x is minus half, y is 1. So let's have a unit as this much for both the axes. So x is minus half ne, x is minus half by your mind only, don't measure by ruler. Y is plus 1, y is plus 1. So just do it. Minus half. After the graph I am marking the values so that values are not cut. 1. So it is y equals 2x plus 1. Every little thing is important. Everything is important because these graphs will make you to the huge graph, the complex graph. So that is the graph. Origin, axis, graph, naming, everything there. Everything there. If you have any questions, any single question, I mean, you don't analyze the question yourself. Just ask. Just ask from me the question. මම හරිද මම වැරදිද ඒක පොඩි ප්‍රශ්නයක්ද ඒ වගේ ඇනලයිස් කරන්න යන්න එපා තමන්ම. Everyone here is doing math, so you don't need to be shy. Ask it. Done. Fourth question. Fourth question. Fourth question. Fourth question. It is y equals 3x minus 4. Cutting point of y-axis by x equals 0, y is minus 4. Cutting point of x-axis by y equals 0, so 3x minus 4 is 0, x equals 4 by 3. So, I mean, properly analyze the values, then go for the coordinate plane, and you know that for y we need minus 4. For x we need 4 by 3. There is no comparison, only one graph. In the next step, in the next level, today itself, we will sketch two graphs in one coordinate plane. In that way, we have the comparison, but here we don't have the comparison. We only need to sketch one graph only for a given or for the defined coordinate plane. So this is the origin, and y is minus 4, x is 4 by 3. Approximately what is the value of 4 by 3? It is not for the, not to mark, but to have the idea. 4 by 3, 1.33. Wait. So let's have 1 like this part. Let's mark 0 later. 1 like this part. We need to have 4 as well. 1. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Done. Minus 4. 1.33 is, this is 1 and this is 2. 1.5, 1.3, like that. You have estimate, that's it. Get those joined. Get those connected. Get those connected. So name this as minus 4. Never name this as the approximated value, but the fractional value. Then name the graph y equals 3x minus 4. Y equals 3x minus 4 and the origin for sure. Who got this correct anyway? Before me, who got this done in this way? Mixed fractions. No, we normally don't put in mixed fractions, but in complex fractions, right? In that way it is, to think that is easier. Yeah, that is also good. 1 by 3 is 1 plus 1 upon 3. That's also, yeah, good. Got it, great. Keep on doing, great. Fifth question. Start the fifth question, then I will give you another 5 questions. After the fifth question. After the fifth question. Start fifth. After 4, start fifth. Right arm also going to start fifth. This is done by everyone, I assume. With the time, fifth. Y equals 4x plus 5. Y-axis by x0, y5. X-axis by y equals 0. 4x plus 5 equals 0. X equals minus 5 by 4. Let's have the approximate value by now. minus 1 point minus 1.25. Actually, that is not approximated value, and that is the exact value. That is the exact value. Right. So how to do that? How to get this done? Coordinate plane, y-axis, x-axis. So let's have that idea of the unit. Y should be 5 and x should be 1.24 from minus side. So as cap, yes. Y is 5. So let's have like this much for 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 5. For x it is minus 1.25. Minus 1.25 is at this much. This much. So all done. Now it is the time for the graph. You know that, by now you know that why we are using the pencil. We have some corrections to extend the graph, or to extend the axis. We need the pencil and the eraser. So make this connected. Make this connected. Y-axis. This is 5. This is minus 5 by 4. This is minus 5 by 4, and this is the origin. And name the graph y equals 4x plus 5. Y equals 4x plus 5. And that's it. That's it. Make sure that don't make the graph shorter. As much as you have the space, make it long, at least for the range you have defined the coordinate plane. Got it? Then I will give you, make the corrections if you have any corrections. Then I will give you the rest of the 5 graphs up to 10. Sixth, 2y equals 3x plus 1. 7. 3y equals 2x minus 1. 8. 2x plus 5y plus 2 equals 0. 9. 3x minus y plus 4 equals 0. 10. X upon 3, 2x upon 3 plus 3x upon 2 equals 1. Keep doing. So let's start. You keep doing, and I'm starting from question number 6. From question number 6. Right. So what about question number 6? Question number 6 is about 2y equals 3x plus 1. You don't need to, even if the straight line is not in the standard mode, it doesn't matter for us. It doesn't matter for us. Why? We only need that 2 important data to find out that this is not a burden. So keep it as that. Let's find out the starting point of y-axis. Y-x equals 0. 2y equals 3 into 0, 0, 1. Y equals half. Starting point of x-axis by y equals 0. When y equals 0, y 0 into 2 is 0, then 3x plus 1 is 0. X equals minus 1 by 3. You know, you have to observe that both are fractions and it is less than, the gap is less than 1. Plus and minus. So, if you have something, relatively larger gap for one unit, it will be advantageous. It will be more clear for your graph. If you are like plus half minus 3 by t, the graph is not clear. So accordingly, accordingly have the unit. So I will have for a unit like this much, for a unit like this much. Then what about minus 1 by 3? 1 by third of that part. What about half? That is the sense. That is the practice we do. With the practice only, you have that sense. At to the point, at the occasion, how to utilize what I have learned. Right? So, get those connected. This is 0. This is minus 1 by 3. This is half. This is half. This is 2y equals 3x plus 1. 2y equals 3x plus 1. Who got this correct? Who got this correct? Great. Keep doing. Keep doing. Keep doing. I told you at the start of the session, this will be interesting. Yes, that is. Because in O level we had our all the efforts to draw a graph, but by learning smarter here, we are sketching. In the next level, in the higher studies, even after A level, you will be smarter than this. That's how we are learning. Then the processes, then the work you are doing will be easier. The smarter you get, the easier you have your efforts on your work. That's why you are learning. That is the target of the process of learning. Right? 7. 3y equals 2x minus 1. Starting point of x-axis, y-axis by x equals 0. 3y equals minus 1, y equals minus 1 by 3. Starting point of x-axis by applying y equals 0. 3 into 0 is 0. 2x minus 1 0, x equals half. X equals half. So, you know that both are fractions and the gap is less than 1. So, you have to here have the gap, the unit gap a bit larger to make this clear. So let's have like this much, x is half, right, y is minus 1 by 3, get those connected. So this is half, this is minus 1 by 3, clearly origin, don't cut any value, 3y equals 2x minus 1, that's how it was done. Keep doing. 8, 9, 10. Right, let's go for question number 8. Now we have question number 8. Question number 8. So what is the question number 8? 2x plus 5y plus 2 equals 0. Here's the standard, I mean the mod doesn't matter. What we need is to extract the two important data. So it doesn't matter even if it is in the standard mod or not. So let's go. Starting point of y-axis by applying x equals 0. When x equals 0, 5y plus 2 is 0. Y equals, make the subject y, minus 2 upon 5. Starting point of x-axis y by y equals 0, make y 0, so 2x plus 2 is 0, x equals minus 2 upon 2 minus 1. Let's start sketching. Again, observe well that this is 1 and this is less than 1. So at the same time, like we have done in previous graphs, make the unit bit larger. Minus 1, minus 2 by 5, if it is minus 1, you have to get the unit divided by 5 and have 2 parts. Get it divided by 5 by mind and have 2 parts. That's it, by mind. This is rough sketch, but we are being fair. That is for ourselves as well, for our goodness, because when we need to compare two graphs, that is in the next question, we need this comparison. We need the importance of the unit will be seen by you sooner. So this is minus 1 and this is minus 2 by 5 and this is the origin. And name the graph 2x plus 5y plus 2 equals 0. Who got this correct? Before me? Good. Great. කොමාරි හරියට හදනවා කියන ගට් එක තියෙනවා. ඔකට තමයි ඔයගොල්ලෝ මේක උනන්දු වෙන්නේ. You should have the passion. It is like playing cricket, playing video games. The same thing. Make maths a game. I should win this game level by level. We need to identify the enemy in this game. The enemies are sleep, games as well. And the extra work you don't need. the inappropriate extra hour. Otherwise, some of the extra hours like sport is all okay for your physical fitness and everything, but get rid of everything other than A-level work. Be committed 100% to A-level. So, because you are doing maths stream, the hardest in A-level to be engineer. To be engineers, you have to have a huge commitment. That's why. Great. So the last graph of this part. This is 8. Then I am going to do the 9 and 10. 9, 10, 10, 9, 3x minus y plus 4, 0. Starting point of y-axis, x0 minus y plus 4, 0. Y equals 4. Starting point of x-axis, y equals 0. 3x plus 4, 0. X equals minus 4 by 3. Approximately minus 1.33. Done. Now by your mind, by thinking, have the scale of unit. Sorry, not the scale, have the idea of the unit. You don't use any scale here, right? X-axis, y-axis. So here it is 4. If you take a larger gap for 1 unit, you will be doing hard with the scale, especially when you compare. So make the unit not smaller, not larger, some average level. So it is like this is okay, 4, 3, 4, this is 4, and x equals minus 1 point, like here, get them connected without cutting any values. Get them connected. This is minus 4 by 3, this is 4, 0. Name the graph, 3x minus y plus 4, 0. Hold on. දැන් හිතනවා ඇති කට්ට කාගෙන graph sheet වල graph ඇඳපු මිනිස්සු advanced level ලැවිලා එක පිටු වැඳිනවා graph 3ක් විතර. ඒ වගේ දේවල් ගොඩක් කරනවා පොඩ්ඩක් ඉවසන්න. Right. 10th question. 2x upon 3 plus 3x upon 2 equals 1, plus 1. So starting point of y-axis by x equals 0, 2x by 3 equals 1, x equals 3 by 2. Starting point of x-axis by y equals 0. I have made a mistake. This should be y. 3y plus 2. I haven't seen that. This is y. 2x by 3 plus 3y by 2. Starting point of y-axis by applying x equals 0. So 3y by 2 equals 1, y equals 2 by 3. Starting point of x-axis by applying y equals 0. 2x by 3 equals 1, x equals 3 by 2. So now let's go. 2 by 3 approximately. What is the approximate value of 2 by 3? 0. Approximate value of, that's not approximate, exactly 1.5. Now you know that it is around the unit 1, so you can make it larger comparatively. Yes. X-axis, y-axis, origin, and you can mark it later as well. Yes. 1.5. So 1, let's have 1 like this. 1.5. 1.5 then here. 0.66 means that 1.5, 0.6, right? Get them connected. Then this is 2 by 3, then this is 3 by 2, and this is the origin. Name the graph anywhere you are comfortable with. Yes. 2x by 3 plus 3y by 2 equals 1. So that is the graph. Hold on. Who got everything corrected? Every 10. It is like before me, who got 10 out of 10 without any mistake? No issue. as your teacher says you have to do mistakes. Be happy. You have done the mistake here. Be happy. Be happy, smile. You have done the mistake here. So you don't have to cry at the exam. You smile at your mistakes here. හැබැයි hina වෙන්න එපා පිස්සෙක් කියලා හිතයි ගෙදරින් එතකොට වැරදි කර කර hina වෙනවා කියලා. වැරදි කරන්න මම කියන්නේ මෙතනදී වැරද්ද කරා කියලා සතුටු වෙයි. වැරද්ද වඳුන ගන්නවානේ. ආයි කරන්න නැති වෙන්න වැඩ කරා. එතකොට විභාගෙදී අඬන්න වෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඔබේ කතාව. Done. Next subtopic. Another important thing. Write down. Sketching two straight lines. Sketching two straight lines. Sketching two straight lines. Sketching two straight lines on the same coordinate plane. Sketching two straight lines on the same coordinate plane. On the same coordinate plane. Sketching two straight lines on the same coordinate plane. Now it is about comparison because we are going to do both the sketchings on the same coordinate plane. Let's see. First question, listen well. Make your pens separated and listen well. First question. Y equals x plus 2. Y equals 2x minus 1. Let's sketch. How much of data we need for one graph? How much of data we need for one graph? For one straight line? How much of data we need for one straight line? 2. So since there are two straight lines, how much of data for the data set we need? 4. Or else we need two data sets. So let's create the data set first. Data sets first. The data set for y equals x plus 2. Yes. Cutting point of y axis. මේක හොඳට අහන්න. මේක හොඳට අහුවම අනිත් ඒවා බයනතු කරත හැකි. හොඳට අහන්න ඉන්න. y axis by x equals 0 by 2. X axis by y equals 0, x plus 2 0, x equals minus 2. Then the next graph. The data set for the next graph. Y equals 2x minus 1. Cutting point of y axis by x equals 0, y equals minus 1. Cutting point of x axis by y equals 0, 2x minus 1 0, x equals half. Now it is the time for sketching. Right. Done. Keep listening. So, to make things clear for you, I will use two colors. But still, when you finish the data sets and when you have the access for the coordinate plane, you can never use the pen. It is still the pencil. Yes. This is to represent the board, from the board, to have you a better idea. That is why I am using two colors. Right? Fine. Then keep analyzing about the values we have. We are analyzing the values we have to have a better idea. How should I use? How should I utilize? How should I choose the gap of the unit? The gap of the unit. Right? Step by step. Wait. So it is 2 minus 1 half. 2 minus 2 minus 1 half. The largest gap is 2. The smallest gap is half. So it is fair to have something larger for one unit. Wait. So let's choose like 1 unit for this. 1 unit. Yes. So let's mark this. Y plus 2x minus 2. Y plus 2x minus 2. Done. Sketch that. Done. Y plus 2x minus 2. Name the graph. Y equals x plus 2. Y equals x plus 2. Next graph. Y minus 1 x half. X half. Y minus 1. Y minus 1. Y minus 1 x half. Make them connected. What happened? What happened? It's named there. What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? Isn't that important thing happened here? What happened? Come on. What just happened? Meanwhile, I was sketching the graphs. Something happened. Yes, the graphs were intersected. Isn't that important? Isn't that important data? If one graph is there, the important data are only the cutting point of x-axis and y-axis. But when there are two graphs, as far as there exists a cutting point or intersecting point, that is important as well. That is important as well. So mark that point as P. Mark that point as P. Let's say this is xp and let's say this is yp. Let's say this is xp, means that the horizontal coordinate of p, the vertical coordinate of p. What is the special observation of the cutting point when we consider the two graphs? What is your special observation? What is the special observation you can give when you consider the two graphs at the cutting point? Come on. What is your special observation? What is your special observation? Come on. What is your special observation when you look at the cutting point of the two graphs? Yes. Yes. Yes, equal. What are equal? What are equal? What are equal? Equal in the mode of positive. Yes. Keep answering, then I will have proper answers. Keep answering. Keep answering. At that point, දෙන්නෙක් හම්බුනාම යාළුවෙක් කෝල් කරාම කියන අපි දෙන්නම ඉන්න මෙතන මචං කියලා කියන. අන්න ඒ වගේ තමයි. මේ දෙන්න හම්බ වෙලා. They are met here. So for that point, for both, y coordinate is the same, x coordinate is the same. Yes, that's the answer. Coordinates are equal. Coordinates are equal. When they are intersected or cut, coordinates, both the x coordinate and y coordinate respectively are equal. මේ දෙන සමාන කියන එක නෙමෙයි. For both y coordinate is the same. For both x coordinate is the same. We are utilizing that to find out the coordinates of the cutting point. We are utilizing that point, that fact, to find out the coordinates of the cutting point. Of course, we need the coordinate, because that has also been an important data. How to do that? I'm going to do that for P. I'm solve for P. I'm going to solve for P. You have two options. You can make y values equal to find out x, then y. You can make the second option. You can make x values equal, then you can find out y. What is your option? According to the graph, obviously you are going to make y's equal. Why is that? Y is already the subject for both the graphs. Then why we are going to make the subject x and get equal? It is like this. X equals y minus 2. X equals y plus 1 upon 2. Hey, y is already the subject. So you can make y equal. Y is already the subject. So what is our option? Make y equal. Do it. These are the graphs. Y equals x plus 2. Y equals 2x minus 1. Y here. The same y's at that point. So make equal x plus 2 to 2x minus 1 to have that particular x coordinate. So x to this side x, then minus 1 to this side 3. X is 3. X is 3. We just found that x is 3. X is 3. Then what we need to do? By substituting x equals 3, For any of these two equations, both will give, because for both x equals 3 will give the that equal value of y. Apply 3 here, 5. Apply 3 here, 6 minus 1, 5. For anything, y is 5. All done. Therefore, P congruent. Normally, to represent coordinates, it is congruent mark, not the equal mark. 3, 5. Go and mark the data there. All done. Full marks. Full marks. Everyone got this? Keep writing down. Then I will give you the second question to do. Make that properly. Do that properly. Finish this first. Then the second question I will write down here. Only after finishing this, right? One student has, two students have sent, and both, I mean the answers are different. Anyway, let's check our answers. Let's start. Right. Come on. Data sets. We are going to form the data sets. First, for this graph, y equals 3x plus 2, starting point of y-axis, starting point of x-axis, yx equals 0, y equals 2. By y equals 0, 3x plus 2, 0, x equals minus 2 by, x equals minus 2 by 3. Minus 2 by 3. Here, the other graph, x equals y equals x minus 4, y-axis, x-axis, y-axis by x equals 4, x equals 0, then it is y equals minus 4. To find out the cutting point of x-axis for this particular graph, we have to apply y equals 0. So it is x minus 4, 0, x equals 4. So let's sketch both the graphs in the same coordinate plane. Yeah, let's continue. Now you need to have the proper idea of how to have my unit, the size of my unit, the gap of my unit accordingly. For your CR page, let's say yes, you are like boss, yes, you have decided the unit and you are going to sketch the graphs. But in some part, you feel like, it is going to be intersected, but my space is not enough. Then I may write it down at the end. The space is not enough, but it is intersected. No marks. They are indeed checking how much is the ability for this student to manage the space. How much is the ability of this student to estimate the things. So you have to, with practice you will learn these things bit by bit. You have to get realized well about the unit by analyzing the values you have. 4 by using only the gaps. 4 2 by 3 2. 4 2 by 3 2. So don't have, you have 4, don't have a longer unit. So let's have like this much. So x4 y minus 4. x4 y minus 4. Right. Get them connected. So what is this graph? Y equals x minus 4. What about the other graph? Starting point plus 4 minus 4 origin. Right. What about the other graph? y2 x minus 2 by 3. y2 x minus 2 by 3 less than 1. 2 out of 3. Like this. Right. Make those connected. Long a unit taker. If you got this unit, that is a lesson. ඕක වෙන්න ඕන මටත් වෙලා තියෙන ඕන තරම්. CR පොතේ ඉඩ නැතු. ඒක වෙන්න ඕන දැන්. හරි. But you have to get it corrected sooner than later. මේකේ සමහරක් යන්ට එන්නේ නැති මෙහෙම අඳිද්දී ප්‍රශ්නයක් තියෙනවා. මෙන්න මේවා. So you will not meet, I mean the graphs will not be met by your sketching. So we have done that. So make that P and mark as XP YP. All done. This is minus 2 by 3. This is plus 2 and name the graph y equals 3x plus 2. Let's check by that technique as the values are equal for the intersecting point, the coordinate of the intersecting point. For P බලමු ඔක්කොම හොයපුවා ඒවල තියන්න. So far there are 3. Let's check. For P we are solving these two. Y equals 3x plus 2, y equals x minus 4. So 3x plus 2 equals x minus 4. 3x plus 2 equals x minus 4. 2x equals minus 6. X equals minus 3. Right? Then when x equals minus 3, by using any of the graphs, the easier one, use the easier one. Minus 3 minus 4. You know how to solve simultaneous equation. You have that knowledge. So x equals minus 3, y equals minus 7. All done. Go and put it. Minus 3 plus 7. Simplifications, mistakes, I mean, you might have done those. Don't worry, but make it corrected sooner than later. I mean, realize yourself. Get realized. Learn the deeper side of you. With which points I am usually making mistakes. I am usually committing mistakes. So on those points I need to be more careful. So in this life, not only in maths, in this life as well, we need to analyze ourselves. I need to analyze myself. Once you have a better analysis, once you have the best analysis of yourself, you will win the A-level exam ultimately the life. Got it? Who got this correct? Yeah, make it correct. Questions, do we get marks for each step? Each step. With the next test, you will see how is the marking scheme. It is like for the data set, for naming the axis, origin. For one graph, naming the cutting points, naming the graph. For the other graph, naming the cutting points, naming the graph. For the cutting point, for having the cutting point without that, no place. And finding the cutting point for the final answer. That is how it is divided. Like 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. And 5, 10. Like that, you will score the mark for this. Got it? Everyone got this? Yes? Right. So, right. If here we have the new students, please request from me that you show the notes you missed, and sooner you will have the hard copies of these the papers and the marking schemes we have done so far in the online time, and the graph tute, a tute for graphs with the institute. They will send you or they will inform you to come and get. It is up to the situation. කොහොම වෙයිද දන්නේ restrictions කොහොමද ආයිද දන්නේ නැහැ. ඒක බලමු ඒ විදියට ඒගොල්ලෝ ඒක plan කරයි. And for now I am giving you some strange homework. Homework in some strange way. මේ බලන්න මම මේ homework එක දෙන විදිය. Let's see who will guess my homework before I am telling the homework. බලමු කවුරු හරි guess කරයිද කියලා මම මේ homework එක දෙන විදිය. බලමු. So this is the homework. Don't write it down. Anyway, write it down. Write homework and write it down the functions I am giving with me. Y equals 2x plus 3, y equals 3x minus 1, y equals x plus 5, y equals minus 6 plus 3, y equals 2 minus 3x, y equals 3 minus 4x, y equals 5 minus 3x, y equals minus 6 minus 7, y equals minus 3 minus 4x, 2y equals 4x minus 5. Can you guess the homework I am going to give? Write down all the 10 by stating homework. Can you guess? I guess everything is going to be on the same graph. Let's see. So can you explain why we are putting the congruent sign? That is as a standard. It is not like equating. Equal karane yam kisi aage karte. We are doing that. I mean, we are putting that equal symbol for certain value. This is not a value but a set of values, coordinates x and y. That is why we are putting as a standard the congruent mark. That is the reason behind. Right? For the coordinates of the intersecting point. Yeah, that is the question. So any guess? Any guesses? I will give you a hint. If you remember, in the level 2, I have given you that handshake problem. Now you have the idea. In level 2 of that team game, I have given you that handshaking question. We have 66 number of handshakes, and how many persons were there in that room? Every function with each other. Yes, we have to sketch every function with each other. This is the way. 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6, 1, 7, 1, 8, 1, 9, 1, 10. 2, 3, 2, 4. Again not 2, 1. 1, 2 done. 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, 6, 2, 7, 2, 8, 2, 9, 2, 10. 3, 4, 3, 5. Then done already. Right? That is how we are going to do this. Smiling pain. Right. That is how we are going to do this. If you can guess the number, just say me. It is by, you can calculate it at the end of the homework or before to that by use that same calculation by the arithmetic progression. Right? So everyone are good. Everyone have been doing good. Everyone have been doing good, and for both in the class and the tests and the team game, and keep the same momentum for every day, for every week until the end. Right? So the students who need the recording due to the bad weather, they can request me the recording, and we will meet in the next class. Until then, stay at the home and stay safe.